I want to turn to the latest on coronavirus. It is something that investors around the world are watching extremely closely. Now, the number of cases worldwide now surpassing 3 million as the number of cases here in the US gets closer and closer to that million mark. Now, these latest numbers comes as many states begin to scale back their restrictions. And for more on this, I want to bring in Dr. Leana Wen, emergency physician and also visiting professor at George Washington University School of Public Health. And Dr. Wen, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us this afternoon. I want to start with those states relaxing their stay-at-home measures. Georgia opening movie theaters along with restaurants today. What are your thoughts on states doing so at this time? And do you think it's supported by the data that you personally are looking at?
Well, you just said the key word, which is on data. These decisions about scaling back restrictions should be based on data, science, and evidence, because we need to have the data and the metrics in place. For example, we need to know that the number of cases is actually declining. We also have to have faith that the actual count that we have is accurate, because otherwise, what are we basing our decisions on? There are ways for us to safely reopen our economy, but we need to make sure that we're not getting ahead of ourselves, that we have the data in place and we have the capabilities. Because in addition to having widespread testing to get the numbers, we also have to have the healthcare infrastructure in place so that we're not overwhelming our hospital systems. And we have to have the public health infrastructure to do contact tracing. Now, with some of these states that have reopened, like Georgia, I am really concerned that neither the data are there or the infrastructure is in place. And I'm afraid that what we're going to see is a resurgence of cases. And the question for all of us is, are we ready for that? How will we have the surveillance in place to pick up on the increase in cases? And what will we do to turn back the dial? Will governors be willing to do that once they see that there is an uptick? Because the last thing that I think any of us would want is to reopen the economy and then unfortunately have many more preventable deaths.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.